Hi, my name is Kathy. I live in New Milford, Connecticut. I hired Steve Totilo from Flying Colors Roofing to put a new roof on my house. My original roof was over 20 years old and it was time for a new roof. I originally had checked out Angie's List and began my search for a contractor. Steve was one of them that I pulled numerous reviews off of on Angie's List, and I was thrilled with what I read, so I figured I better call him. I did speak to Steve along with 2 other contractors who came out to the house, looked at everything, and provided pricing to me. The pricing that I received from Steve was basically middle of the road. He was not the lowest, he was not the highest, but I chose to hire him because of the relationship that we had and how he made me feel comfortable with this decision. Putting a new roof on the house is expensive, and I wanted to be assured and felt comfortable with Steve from the beginning of our step until the end. Initially, he came out to the house, provided a walk around the property, took a look at things, made sure there wasn't any serious leaks, was on the roof for quite some time investigating, and then promptly provided an estimate back to me. I got that estimate, we talked it over. The experience and the follow-through that he brought to the table far outweighed either one of the contractors that I spoke with. The other contractors were great, but Steve went above and beyond, following up with me, making sure that I was clear on the estimate and making sure I was happy with the color that we were talking about, since the color was a little different than what I had. I hired Steve. He gave me a guideline of when he thought he was going to be here. And as you know, hiring a contractor, they tell you they're going to be here, and that doesn't always happen. Steve's guys were here that morning when he told me they were going to be here. The dumpster was delivered the day that he told me that it was going to be here, and the crews came. They worked in the property. They were extremely respectful to me and to my family, knowing that we needed to get out for school, knowing that we had to leave for work. The gentlemen showed up. They were respectful. They never got in our way, and they were extremely courteous to our property. As far as coming home at night, when I'd come home, there was never any garbage at all on the property. You'd never know that I was having my roof redone, except, of course, that the dumpster was there. Never do we have any issues with nails or anything left around. Every day that they would go around with a metal sweeper and make sure that all the nails were picked up. As far as how my roof looks now, it looks great, and I'm so thrilled with it. Again, I was nervous about the color since we did change the color, and Steve thought it was going to be really an asset to the house, and it looks fabulous, so I am thrilled. His communication with me from step 1 of meeting me to step 5 of the job being finished has been fantastic. The other thing that he did provide me right up front was his insurance certificates, and also a list of references, which I did contact, and I did do my homework to make sure that this contractor was going to follow through and do the job that I hired him to do. Steve definitely did the job I hired him to do, and I would highly recommend him for your home if you need roofing services.